How's it going, Jack Tackers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today, I wanted to kind of give my thoughts on some of the speculation that's going on with a new released photo of Norman Reedus and Andrew Lincoln on set of the Walking Dead Summit or the Rick and Michonne series. I don't know if Summit's actually like the conclusive title that they've come up with, but if so, I mean, I guess it's kind of interesting. But the Rick and Michonne spinoff, still filming, obviously, and there's a new photo of Norman Reedus and Andrew Lincoln together on set of that show in New Jersey, which is where the show is filming as of now. And this has caused a lot of hubbub online because a lot of people are wondering if Norman Reedus is actually going to be in the show in some way, if Daryl is going to make an appearance in this series, and, of course, if Rick and Daryl actually end up reuniting towards the end of the show, because I feel like they've got to be close to wrapping up filming of the Rick and Michonne series, or at least relatively close. And the shirt that Andrew Lincoln is wearing is not obviously like the CRM jacket that he's usually seen, or like the black trench coat that we've seen him wear in certain set photos and videos that we've seen. He's wearing a very different kind of shirt, and it almost looks like he's, you know, freshened up, he's clean, he's maybe back at like the Commonwealth or something. I don't know. Maybe not, because the Commonwealth set is not in New Jersey. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting because this does get me excited for the show even more, because I really would love to see Rick and Daryl reunite. Now, obviously, we have the Daryl show, so I don't know how this is all going to connect, because that show takes place in France and not in the United States, so I have no idea how that's going to happen. And yeah, I don't know how they would be able to reunite, but maybe there is some sort of a time skip here and Daryl and Rick are able to reunite. That would be interesting. However, this could just be a case of Norman Reedus wanting to just show up on set to be with his friend Andrew Lincoln, of course, and he's not actually there to be Daryl, to be playing the role of Daryl. I hope he is, because I just, you know, I think everyone wants to have a reunion between these two characters. And not just Rick and Daryl. People want a reunion with Rick and, well, and Michonne, but we know we're getting that. But we want a reunion mainly with Rick and Judith and RJ. Well, he's never met RJ, actually, but that'd be something interesting to see. And I really wish that this show ends with that reunion, because that'd be special. But a Rick and Daryl reunion is also something super special. But I don't exactly know how it would play out, because, again, the spinoff with Daryl is in Paris. So I don't know how this would play out, because they're miles and miles and miles apart. But it's still very interesting that these pictures were taken, because they're still filming the Rick and Michonne show. So we'll see how it all goes. But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think Rick and Daryl will reunite in this series? Because I really want them to. And, you know, it does depend on the timeline, because I imagine this show is obviously taking place, but I honestly don't know. The timeline's all weird. But we know Dead City takes place, I think, like 2 years after the finale of The Walking Dead, after the 1-year time skip that they did in the finale. So all the timeline's really skewed right now. We don't exactly know what is taking place in what time. But, oh, I mean, the Daryl Dixon spinoff takes place after the Walking Dead finale as well. And I guess this show, Summit, might take place after the finale too. So we'll see. But also, some of it's going to have to take place in between that 6-year time skip in season 9, because we have to see where Rick went and obviously all of that. But I think once Michonne reunites with him, like the Rick and Michonne show, Summit, I guess I'll just keep calling it, Summit is probably going to be taking place over a large stretch of time, you know, because, I mean, we already kind of know this, but it has to take place over a large stretch of time, because we have to see Rick from the time he gets to this place, the CRM, and then when him and Michonne reunite. So it'll be very interesting, and then we have to see what happens with Daryl in France. But I'm very, very excited for the show even more now. Just the possibility of Rick and Daryl reuniting is amazing and just excites the hell out of me, as I'm sure it excites the hell out of a lot of you. But, of course, I could just, this speculation could just be all silly, if we're being honest. Could just be Norman Reedus visiting Andrew Lincoln on set. It might not actually mean a reunion. But I hope it does. And again, that shirt that Rick is wearing leads me to believe, like, maybe there is a bit of a time skip or something. Like maybe he's away from the CRM because he's not wearing the CRM jacket. Like he's, maybe back in the Commonwealth or someplace safe. Like who knows? I think that is very telling to a degree, especially because this was in New Jersey where this photo was taking place. And the actor in the middle of that photo, I think he's an actor in the show as well. I forget his name, but yeah, he's the one in the middle there. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's all just speculation, though. We don't have any confirmation on if Daryl is going to be in Summit, but I hope he is, of course, and I need to see it. It's something that, like, if Summit ends without Rick and Daryl reuniting or without Rick and Judith reuniting, it'd be underwhelming, to be honest. Like, what's the point? We need that. We really need that in this show in some way, shape, or form. I don't exactly know how they're going to do it, and I don't know how the timeline's going to match up with all the details and whatnot, but I need to see it. But yeah, let me hear your thoughts on all this down in the comments below. Do you think this is just a little bit too much? This theory is kind of stupid that Daryl's actually going to reunite with Rick in the show. I hope he does, though, and I think everyone else does, too. But, like, yeah, this could definitely just be a case of Norman Reedus visiting Andrew Lincoln and nothing more. But I hope it's something a bit more than that. But yeah, let me hear your thoughts on this down in the comments. And if you liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Check out my Letterboxd and Twitter down in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.